Good evening and welcome on into part 2 of From Day One. We'll hit the mailbag and we'll start immediately with First Amendment auditors tonight. We start with a moron who wants to go ahead and be stupid. So let's get started as we take a look at this prize deal from our merchant.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
They may.
I don't know what kind of copper this is. Oh, look, got him. Got that blue line on the police car. What department are you out of? What department are you out of? I'm asking you a question. What department? What department are you out of? I'm asking you, what department are you out of?
This is the idiot behind the camera. He's got a big mouth, he's got a foul mouth, and he doesn't like cops.
What department are you out of so I can file a complaint on what you have in your back? It's a blue line on the flag. Did you know that's desecrating the United States flag? You're not supposed to have them on police cars. Where are you from? What's your name and your badge number? Nah, I need you to identify yourself so I can file a complaint on you.
Go ahead, go find it.
Well, what's your name?
Right here.
What's your name? What is your name?
Well, this is where the F-bomb starts, so I cut one out right here.
Okay.
Now, the reason I'm posting this video is because I want everybody to go over to this clown's YouTube page and report this video for language. Because right now it appears that it's monetized, and I don't know how it could be monetized.
Look,
Providing we
right
see
here.
it, I'll be more than happy to direct them for you, Dave.
right there.
Oh,
Desecrating
shut
the flag
up.
of the United States of
A
America.
blue
It's not
line
supposed
on the
to be
flag for a
any police
cop?
car.
Go
Any
fuck
police
off.
vehicle. They
Yes,
know
my
that.
show. These ain't monetized. I'm allowed to curse. If he wants to monetize, no, you're not allowed to
We're
curse.
talking about some COVID. And I need you to identify yourself, man. Give a damn about no COVID test. No COVID test. It's alright. I'll find out who you are. Don't worry about it.
She's gonna get
It's
a
not
Krispy
hard.
Kreme gift card. That's what
It's
she
not hard to
is.
find out who you are. It's not hard.
You're right about that, frauditor. We already know who you are, though, you little foul-mouthed frauditor.
You're gonna get in trouble for what you have. You're gonna get in trouble for what you have in the back of your car. I just want you to know that. You are not supposed to have them on no vehicles. The blue line, no vehicles.
Oh,
You know
don't
that.
fly a kite.
But still, you don't care. You don't care because you want to support that.
She wants to support fellow officers? Yeah, I would support fellow
Yeah, I know
officers
exactly
too.
what I'm talking about.
No, you don't.
Got the nerve to want to tell somebody shit. Look what car she's in, man. MZH.
She's in Texas. She's gonna probably pull out a taser.
Frauditor, you've learned your ABCs. I guess you're up to reading now about Spot. C-Spot run. Where is Spot?
And there's no numbers on here so you could know where she's at.
She's out of I'm gonna arrest you. That's where she's out of.
You're creating a public record. I need your name now so I can request that. You're going to give me your name now so I can request that? You just
No.
created a public record.
Ma'am, I would give you many dollars you come out and just nail the shit out
Don't
of her.
erase it. Don't erase it. You already did it. Look, here's the card number.
Okay, asshole, stop
Frauditors
recording
love
a
to
damn
record
VIN number.
VIN numbers and license plate numbers. I don't know what they're going to do with either one of them because they don't have access to those databases. Well, I guess it makes them feel good inside, kind of nice and warm and fuzzy.
Oh, please tell me you don't have a clip of Fuzzy Wuzzy, because I'll vomit.
And then you're not even in an emergency to have your lights on.
A few moments later.
Yeah, she is. She's dealing
me,
with an
sir.
idiot called you.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, will you identify her?
No, I will not.
She's not working with you? What department is she out of? Because she don't want to tell me her name. So you're going to refuse to identify her too? Huh? Her name.
Remain calm, frauditor. You're being punked, ignored, and dismissed.
By who? By who? Leave what property? Huh?
Where your fucking feet are.
I'll leave. Just tell me her name.
Amos, get
But
the
you want
fuck
me to
out of
leave for
here.
what? What'd I do?
Being an asshole?
Trespassing.
Yeah, that too.
You know the company, the owners have to come and tell me to leave, not you.
No.
That's not how it goes. If you want someone to leave, they have to come and tell me to leave, not you.
Whoa.
And I know that for a
Ooh-wee, some more foul language coming out of his mouth. He's just a little midget, but he has a foul mouth. I think you're going to find out about trespassing one day there, frauditor. You don't understand jack squat.
So try again. If you're not going to identify her, shut up and take your ass on. Because that threatening don't work with me, man. I asked you a simple question, and you want to be and tell me to leave.
Yes.
How about that?
No.
What's your name and your badge number?
My name is Shut
It's
the
Pierce.
Fuck Up.
What's your
Badge number is
number?
FU.
Yeah, I know. It don't matter. Okay, don't worry about it. I'm going to ask for it because you just created a public record. I want you to understand
I don't
that.
think you know what public records
Yeah,
are.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I've taken out so much profanity.
Alright, the guy's website, YouTube is called Manuel Mata, M-A-T-A. Go ahead and get his ass demonetized, guys. Of course, after you're done watching this show. Because, we need you. Okay. Let's go. Mike, are you ready? We got Mike next with a court case situation where, well, somebody's just decided to be an idiot. We like idiots. Mike, you got an idiot for us tonight?
Hello, this is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you
Yes,
from
Mike.
Chicago
Okay,
as
Mike.
usual.
Mike.
Sorry, I was
Mike.
I
Mike,
wasn't doing my
shush.
usual.
Thank you, Mike. I'll get to you in just a second. There we go. Got him muted for a second while he does the plug to his folks. Alright. So we're going to go down to the town of El Paso, where we go see an idiot in court.
Now, let's take care of Terrence Matthews, 2017-2251, the state of Texas versus Terrence Matthews, and national counsel, please.
Josh Havilah for the state, Your Honor. State's ready.
Teresa Covey on behalf of Mr. Matthews. We're ready, Your Honor.
Betsy Dominguez for adult probation. Thank you, Ms. Dominguez. Mr. Matthews is not present. I'm not going to wait.
Your Honor, I know you have a pair of glasses, but take a look. The defendant is there, sitting in the defense's office.
His presence because there's a bench warrant out, Miss Caballero.
He's right here, Your Honor, with me.
Good, okay.
He's behind me. You can see.
I do. Good. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the bench. You want to talk about the bench warrant first? Because the bench
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. I believe I did file a motion to recall it.
Okay, I did. Okay, I didn't know that.
I did, right? Yes, it's been filed.
Very well. Ms. Dominguez, what's the basis of the warrant? Judge, so we received a call from Miss Harris, which is the mother of Mr. Matthews' co-defendant,
Crazy kid.
and alleged victim. She claimed that
The
Mr.
mother of the alleged. So her name is Miss Harris, and then the daughter's name is what?
Brianna Harris.
Okay. So we have a Patricia Harris or a Patty Harris?
Shanique Harris, I believe it's her.
What is it?
I believe it's Shanique.
Shanique is mom, and the daughter is Brianna?
Correct.
Okay, so refer to them by the first names, just for purposes of no confusion.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense. I do a lot of hearings, and when you get into something like this where it's involving family, people are saying Ms. Harris, and that could refer to three people
or more.
important in the situation. So I see where she's coming from.
Ms. Chavez received a call from Shanique Harris.
Who's Ms. Chavez?
She's the CSO. Judge. She was covering Mr. Matthews' case while I was out.
Okay.
She claimed that Mr. Matthews had been staying at Brianna Harris's home, and that he was aggressive towards her. He scratched her. So CSO Chavez advised them to call PD, but she did. Shanique Harris stated that Brianna Harris.
Thank you, Jackie. I really appreciate it.
Harris is afraid of Mr. Matthews. So Ms. Chavez asked Shanique Harris to get proof that Brianna was with Mr. Matthews. So as soon as the call ended, Ms. Chavez called Mr. Matthews, who stated that he wasn't home, he was getting an oil change. A few minutes later, Shanique Harris sent a message to CSO Chavez from Brianna Harris, where Shanique Harris asked Brianna Harris, if Mr. Matthews was still with her, to which Brianna Harris stated, "No, I'm with him getting an oil change."
Oh, that can't be good.
Shanique Harris didn't know that Ms. Chavez already knew that Mr. Matthews was getting an oil change.
We have, and I do.
Thank you, the freshman. We're going through all this. I watched this video. I cannot follow the story other than here's the overarching thing, just so it doesn't get carried away. It's sort of interesting, feel free. But he's harassing a witness.
Right.
I don't know the underlying fact pattern here. We're kind of in the middle of something that has a lot of history, and I don't know the procedural setup on everything other than he's harassing a witness, and the judge does not like it.
That is correct, Mike.
And I don't know what the charges are and all that sort of thing, but it's not going well with her.
You recall something in the email, where the mother was very upset. Shanique, you? Shanique?
Thank you, Sasha.
How do you pronounce it?
Okay, Shanique. And for purposes of that's Brianna's mother, but the Shanique was very upset because her daughter has been terrorized by Mr. Matthews, and she was upset that she did not show up for the hearing where we gave her an opportunity to come in, right?
Right.
Very upset because Brianna has been the subject of Mr. Matthews' ugliness.
Correct, Your Honor.
Correct. Whatever, bullying, whatever you want to call it. So I remember that in the email. Okay. Now,
that's cats.
Miss Caballero, the problem is I've had so many problems with Mr. Matthews. This isn't the first time. This is the third or the fourth. I've had issues on PR bond and revoked, and issues on PR bond and revoked. So I guess at this point, I know, Ms. Caballero, you asked for that text. I was going to send it to you, and then I had a discussion with Mr. Avila about it, and I had forgotten that Mr. Avila hadn't even gotten it yet. So I said, just get Ms. Caballero on, and we'll discuss it. And so at this point, I think there's no problem if you don't have it on your computer to share the screen, right, Ms. Dominguez?
Thank you, Big Wave Dave.
I can.
You say she
Your
does,
Honor,
Your Honor.
of course I want to see it, but even if I see it, it's double hearsay.
That's interesting. So the attorney here, and this attorney is very good. Here's the defense attorney, the woman in front here. The defendant is the guy in the mask.
Yeah, tell us, if you would, about this double hearsay, please, Mike.
And she says it's double hearsay. And hearsay is an out-of-court statement offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted. What they're describing is a text, and what they're trying to establish is a probation or parole violation, because I'm guessing that he has a stay-away order. I actually don't know that stuff,
Like
but
a
you'll
TPO?
see going forward. That's the construction that I make out of this situation.
That's right, TRO.
So she says it's double hearsay. Well, this gets very technical, and here's why you need an attorney. That's going to work fine at a hearing, but he's got a bench warrant out right now. She can send him to jail. Simple as that. I don't know if she's doing it off the warrant or if she's sort of sua sponte revoking his bail for harassing a witness. I literally haven't figured that out. Either way, it doesn't matter. The judge is not happy with this defendant.
Let's continue.
And I think what I would ask the court to do, and I understand the court's trepidation with this, but I think we need to have a hearing with the witnesses.
But I'm not going to recall the warrant.
So what that is I think we need to have a hearing with the witnesses, and I don't know, again, the factual underlying basis of this, but what I'm thinking is this is essentially a domestic situation, and they're not getting cooperation from the witnesses. And the defense attorney is doing a good thing, saying, well, yeah, you can kind of hold him for a little while, but you're not going to be able to sustain that because you're not going to get cooperation from the complaining witnesses against him on these violations. And it's a good sort of legal tactic. I get why she's doing it. There's nothing wrong with it, but the judge is irritated by it, and rightfully so, because she's just sick of this guy doing these things.
Because I have what I need, and he needs to turn himself in. I will have a hearing. Yes, ma'am. You ask for a hearing, I will have a hearing, and we will tell mother she needs to show up. At least mother. If that's not enough, I mean, if she has not seen specifics and witnessed it firsthand, Miss Caballero's not going to let it in. I know that.
But so, we know from what Miss Dominguez just said that the mother did not see anything.
Well, mother maybe has seen it throughout this whole time.
Well, according to what Miss Dominguez just read, just to put it into perspective, Your Honor, the mother calls the active duty officer and says that my client is at her daughter's house. Presumably, Brianna must have called her mother, if you're to believe that. Brianna calls the mother and says Terrence is here, and the mother calls probation and says Terrence is at my daughter's house. But according to what was just read, mother never saw it.
No, but there's a text that says...
Thank you, Mickey the Ball.
There's a text that says, are you still with Mr. Matthews? And Brianna answers, yes, I'm here with Mr. Matthews getting an oil change.
This is just fascinating to watch, and you can see these things are kind of hard to prove up. This guy's harassing the witness and saying don't talk and do things, and was aggressive with her, and the judge is irritated. The attorney is doing hyper-technical things like citing hearsay and saying you're not going to have witness availability and all that stuff. She's right, and that's the little fight we're having. It's very respectful. The judge likes this attorney and has respect for it. It's clear to me. And the attorney is smart, the defense attorney. But she's like, I don't care. I'm finding a way. This guy is not behaving right, and I've had enough. She has a history of it, as you'll see as we go.
Okay, Mike, continue.
So we have, maybe I didn't follow that thread. So you're saying, or Ms. Dominguez is saying, that there's a text from Brianna's telephone verified.
Right, I think so. I think I remember seeing that, yes. And I verified all.
Okay.
And I verified that it was Brianna's and Brianna's number and all of that, yes.
How do we know that's Brianna's number?
Miss Dominguez, can you answer that? I don't remember.
Oh, this is fantastic. So she's got a text, and that's her basis. She's saying, look, yeah, the problem is I've got all this verified by a text, and the attorney's like, the attorney's like, yeah, well, it's double hearsay. You're gonna have problems. No one will testify. All these sort of technical things. And this is where we get into it. And it reminds me a lot of the video I did with Judge Simpson, where a guy sent a bunch of nasty texts, and he was supposed to pay child support. He sent a bunch of stupid texts, and the judge was like, "You're telling me you didn't send those? We're having that again." And she's doing real technical defenses. We know he sent the texts, but she's saying you're gonna have a hard time proving, which is true. Although she doesn't have to prove it, the prosecutors do. But she's like, I've got enough to pull him in on a off the bench warrant or to revoke his prior bond. And I'm doing that for now. But to keep him there, she's going to need some cooperation or some proof from the prosecutor. And that's where we are here. So she says we don't even know if that number's the right thing. And you'll see that's what I find really interesting here.
I would have to ask Ms. Chavez, Judge. I was not there. But I do have the number I can call to see if that's her. See if she answers.
Okay, call right now so we can.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, do it. I want it on the record. I want you to say, hello, Brianna. Who is this? And I want to hear Brianna. And it's the same number that's on the text, right?
Correct.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Abelard is doing Caballero's trick, and he is signing in twice on 2 devices. We have Mr. Rick. We have 1+ Nord again. Okay, go ahead. I'll be quiet because we have to pay attention. Go ahead, Ms. Dominguez. Let me back up. Ms. Dominguez was on medical.
How am I to speak to Brianna Harris? Hi, Ms. Harris. This is Ms. Dominguez. I'm Terrence Matthews, probation officer. Okay. Judge Rangel.
Wah, wah, wah. So the attorney's like, we don't even know if that number is correct. Which is a good thing for the attorney to say. I mean, it's true. It's like you haven't even verified it. And the judge said, "Go ahead, call it." And she gets the person on the phone. That's a pretty good verification in court with everything going on. But here's where it gets interesting.
We're in court with Judge Rangel, and she asked me to call you. Okay. And it's her, Judge.
Okay, it's Miss Brianna.
Thank you, 36th District Court.
Miss Brianna?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I don't, no, yeah, nothing. Thank you so much. I appreciate her. Thank you. I appreciate her.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is the problem. This is the problem. If I ask her any questions, this man is going to go back and retaliate. That's what he's going to do. So I didn't want to put her in any position at all. Because I know what you're going to do, Mr. Matthews. You need to turn yourself into jail right now. And I'm fed up. And you're going to stay in jail until your cases are tried, or until you plead guilty, or until we can impanel a jury. Or I don't care how long, but this is the 4th or 5th time that I've gotten reports about you. And I believe them now. And if you go back and you terrorize Miss Harris, because Miss Harris didn't do anything. All she did was answer her phone.
Miss Rangel.
I'm not Miss Rangel.
Judge Rangel.
That's right.
Hey, don't talk.
Don't drop a Miss Rangel on a judge in the middle of that rant. Just a thought.
Try, Miss Caballero. You know me.
Thank you, Your Honor. And well, also, Judge, I think she's a co-defendant, and it would be inappropriate for the court to question her.
Oh, I forgot that part. I was more worried about her safety, that he was going to go back and retaliate because she admitted something to me. That's why I had to think twice before I put her in that position.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm going to advise my client to turn himself in.
Yeah.
And we'll set this for a hearing.
Very well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's the offer, Mr. Let's try and do this as a settlement conference. What is the offer, Mr.?
But so this is a probation case, right? And I believe one of the violations was that he picked up a new case, among other things.
Be revoked. Can we do that? Set it up for a revocation hearing in person?
Well, Judge, we don't have a motion yet. We haven't gotten a VN.
I don't care, but he's giving me too many problems already on probation.
Right,
Like,
Judge.
just relegate him.
You just need to authorize.
I don't know what that is. I'm guessing he says we don't have a VN. I'm just like absolutely speculating, but I would guess that would mean a violation notification or something.
You are correct there. Basically, it ain't the paperwork hasn't been filed to go ahead and do it yet, Mike.
Something like that. She's saying I want to revoke this guy, but it's not. She can send him to jail because he's got a warrant and she has reason to believe that he's in violation of his bond. So she certainly has that, but she wants to stick it to him longer than that. She is tired of it. So she's expressing that to the prosecutor, but the prosecutor is the one who really has to do it. The prosecutor's on board. He's like, yeah, they're in violation, but it hasn't gone through the works yet, so we can do this. Some people might look at this and say, oh, she's acting like a prosecutor. No, she's not. She's acting like a neutral judge. What she has is she's decided after a long time on this case and the information that she's developed that this guy should not be out anymore. That's not taking sides. That's coming to a conclusion after seeing a lot. That's a very appropriate thing for a judge to do. But I'm just going to head that off at the pass because I know I'll see it in the comments. The judge is supposed to be neutral in the sense that they take in the information and do what they think it makes sense. But when you take in the information, that might nudge you one way or the other on how you proceed going forward. That's your job.
A VN so I can get a history of his violations since the last time a motion was filed.
You mean a history, Miss Dominguez? You know better than anybody. What's the history of his violations on probation? Wait, what's the offense? He's on for a what grade offense? First, second, or third degree?
It is a second degree, Judge.
And what is the new offense?
The new offense?
First, second, or third degree?
Sorry, Judge, the new Odyssey is really slow.
Your Honor, I don't recall, and I don't have the file right in front of me when you see, but I do think that the state has problems proving the new offense, and that's the evidence is tenuous, and that's one of the reasons why you gave him.
Well, everything is technical, and she does not like this. She's not mad at her. These are all appropriate defense arguments, but you roll with what you have. The defense attorney here is very good, and her guy's doing bad stuff. She has no doubt about it. The judge is cranky about it, and all the defense attorney can do is say, "We haven't proved it yet," and there will be problems proving it. And to that extent, she is correct. But the judge does not like hearing it, and I don't blame her. And by the way, thank you, Andrew. I deserve a naughty adventure. I don't know, but I like it.
All right, back to you, Mike.
You let him out because of the tenuous facts.
Actually, wasn't this case referred to a bond to some other court? I think.
Right. It was Judge Garcia.
Judge Garcia gave him a bond.
Judge, we had a knockdown, drag out in front of you. Don't you remember?
That was before, and then I was absent, and Judge let him out.
Judge, the new case is also a second degree.
Oh, good. Let's do a revocation. Let's put this on the revo track. I'm going to put this on the revo track. I didn't let him.
And by the way, revo track means she's going to put it on a revocation track to basically revoke the current deal that he is under.
No, Miss Caballero, Judge Garcia did.
Okay.
Judge Garcia let him out.
We had a hearing, Your Honor, where you, I guess, stayed with it. He's had so much non-compliant behavior. I did let him out one time, but this last time, Judge Garcia heard. Okay.
Did he sign the bond hearing, the bond, or did I, Mr. Sam? The last bond hearing.
It was him, Judge, but I don't recall if you.
Did I sign it or did he sign it?
I'm looking at you.
I signed it?
Yes, Judge. I think what happened was Judge Garcia had implemented his own bond, and then you went back and then imposed your own conditions on it again.
Oh, that's what I did. Yeah, because he didn't include some of the stuff, but I still kept him out though.
Okay, so she apparently was out for a little bit. I'm just gathering this from what she's saying. So
Sounds good, Mike.
she had let this guy out before and gave him a chance, and he burned her. And she's saying, I've had enough of this stuff. But while she was out, another judge let him go. And she just went back and imposed some additional conditions on that judge's bond, but she didn't really let him out the last time.
So therefore, when he did, she had to go ahead and
It's very
resign?
intricate, but that's what's going on between her and the defense attorney right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a long hearing, Your Honor, and it was revisited.
Okay.
And you allowed him to stay out. Anyway, I will inform him that he knows to turn himself in. You told him, and then we will set this for a hearing. And then we'll go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
You may be excused. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
What am I setting this for right now currently?
Oh,
I think it would have to be a pre-revo.
Set it for a pre-revo first, and then we'll set it for a
How
contest.
far out, Judge?
Because we're doing this on the pre-revo track now. Okay, so I'll
Yes.
explain to you a little bit.
No.
You don't understand.
How far out, Judge? How many days, weeks?
Another pre-revo. Let's do another pre-revo in about 3 weeks. 3 weeks to.
She's talking to her clerk, who's basically in his office due to COVID, so that they all can be still socially distanced.
Thank you, Ms. Caballero. Mr. Matthews, if you know what's good for you, you got to turn yourself in. You don't do.
There she said it. Thank you, by the way. You know, it's a good thing I got that in this case. I get this question so much. I have exactly 2 dogs, Dumb and Dumber. Frankie and Ollie. That's it. The rest of these beautiful, beautiful animals, dogs, goats, cats, bearded dragons, are not mine.
Bearded dragons? What kind of menagerie do you
Your
have
Honor,
over there,
if
Mike?
a motion to revoke is not filed, I will be asking for him to be released.
Okay, we're going to do VN. Ms. Dominguez, you're going to do VN, and Mr. Avila, you're going to do a motion to revoke.
Yes.
That was an odd exchange to me. She said if there's she wants a petition to revoke. The prosecutor's going to do it. He's on board. This guy's doing bad stuff, so he'll file this stuff. He already knows the judge is favorable to it, assuming she has the evidentiary basis. That's all she's waiting for, because she's had enough of this guy. I don't know why the defense attorney did that, because it's almost bad. Like, why would you say prospectively, I'm going to ask to let him out in 3 weeks when we come back in the pre-revo? Because what that effectively does is remind her and the prosecutor to get their lives together. Not that they don't know, but it's like extra thing. It's like saying, hey, make sure you have your stuff together so my client doesn't get out. Because if you don't have a factual basis to keep them, I'm going to be asking to pop them. I don't know why she did that. I strategically don't know why she did that, but I don't do criminal defense.
Sure.
Whenever he's on. Yeah. Yep. He's
Thank you.
Thank you. You may be excused. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Are you excused, Judge?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Dominguez.
All right, thank you, Mike. On that, I definitely appreciate your time this fine Saturday evening that we're taping. Leave you back to your lovely folks to do whatever else you would like to do. All right, let me see what else we can get for us here while we continue. Regical, are you ready? Oh, I love Regical tonight. You ready for the subset? You are? Perfect. Let's go to your campfire.
Here we go. Good time to practice.
Practice what? Camera work? Driving your car? You will learn a driver. What is he practicing?
Good day.
Well, I guess here we go. Might as well, as it is a good day to practice.
I do not. I stopped. I pulled over to let you around. No.
No, you didn't.
Your plates were dead. I pulled you over to let you around. I'm telling you, your plates are expired. Now I got you stopped. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They've been expired since May. You have me. You're detaining me.
Yes.
This is your driver's license. Why am I being detained? Am I being detained? Inspection sticks are dead. The plates are dead. You're not being detained. You're in a traffic stop. Turn your phone off. That's all right. These are your driver's license, your registration proof insurance. Is that an order?
Well, I guess now we know why he needs to practice whatever this is. Sovereign citizens. Why? And that is the end of that sentence.
No, that's a direction from a police officer. Are you ordering me to do something? From a command of a police officer, you have to present your driver's license. That's state law. Am I required to? Yes, you are. Do you have evidence that I'm required? I'll tell you what.
Pennsylvania versus Mims? Is that what you're going to tell him?
Yes.
Or are you just going to,
Mims!
make fun of him? Because please make fun of him. I want to see it. Matter of fact, everyone wants to see that.
I'm going to ask you again. Then we'll get back up and we're going to arrest you.
Even better.
Show me
Hi,
your driver's
Reggie
license.
McCow.
You have one? Is that a requirement? You have a driver's license. Are you ordering me to do a thing?
To do a thing?
601.
Sounds like you're trying to order you to do a
You're
dump.
giving me an order? You have the authority? Yes, I do have under what? Under what authority?
I got a dumb fuck over here near the football field. Can you come over and help me take care of the dumb fuck?
60684.
Thank you. I got a dumb fuck over here.
Across from the
Football field.
Am I free to go?
No.
I know you need to practice, but holy hell, you are so bad at this. A fledgling sovereign citizen doing a dumb.
Take a face palm, Regical.
Am I free to go?
You know better.
Why are you detaining me?
Because you're an idiot.
Why?
Because you're a fucking moron.
Am I required to have? I told you, you are required by law. How do you know that? State Police Academy, 39 years of training, 39 years of being on the job. That's why I know. Okay. Let me see your driver's license. Is that an order? That's an order. If I present you with a thing, present me with your driver's license. Can you use it against me in court?
I mean, at some point we were in a portrait mode video, and now we are in a sideways vertical video mode. This is why we can have nice things.
Depends on if they're expired. Depends on if they're suspended. Depends on if they're... I don't have to say anything yet. I know my rights. I know my rights. What's that? I know my rights.
No, you don't.
I'm not violating your rights. I'm asking for... You're detaining me with no reason. Have I harmed it? Have I caused any other person harm into your laws? I have no problem with you. Have I committed a crime? Other than the fact you're not giving me your driver's license.
Other than you're a fucking idiot.
That I've committed. Have I committed a crime? If you don't present your driver's license, that would be a crime. That's a forcible violation. You will go to jail. Committed a crime. You will go to jail. Why do you have me pulled over? I haven't done anything.
Because you're an idiot.
That's why you pulled me over. I told you that. For what? I told you
For you being a fucking idiot.
Did he just say, for what are my plates expired? Is that kind of the entire sentence structure he's trying to pull together? What are you doing? Are you refusing to English?
Yes, he's refusing English.
I find acceptable at all. Imagine that, the Dutchman, again, correcting an American on his bloody English. Why do these guys insist on, murdering grammar at every opportunity?
Hey, I do not take credit for him being an American, so knock that off.
Required to... You keep saying the same thing over and over. Yes, you are required. Say to you. That's what I'm going to keep doing. You keep saying the same thing. Am I allowed to say what I wish?
Well, if it was up to me, I'd, educate you some on how to use your wordy bits. And contrary to popular belief, I don't like to repeat myself and don't like to listen to repetition machines.
Take a punch. Thank you.
Am I not allowed to? You're allowed to talk all you want to. But I'm allowed to ask you for your driver's license. Are you also allowed to use it in court against me? Are you allowed to use it in court? Do you have a driver's license? Will you use it in court? You must not have one. Will you use it in court against you have a driver's license?
You're making assumptions.
Huh? You're making assumptions.
I don't have to answer any of your questions.
Well, don't.
Hey, here's an idea, passenger. Why don't you shut your mouth and just turn your camera clockwise 90 degrees so we're back at the proper landscape orientation mode? Yeah? No? Okay. Lovely. Shut up.
I don't have to follow that command either.
Why such a hard line here? Why do you have me stopped from doing what I just told you. I've told you 10 times. Your plates are dead. Have I harmed? Your plates are expired. Have I committed a crime?
Yes.
Refusing to identify yourself during a traffic stop situation because your plates have been expired. You are now committing a crime by refusing to identify yourself. And don't worry, you can't change this back because backup has been called and you're gonna get removed from your car without your consent, because I'm sure that's gonna come up as well in your little playbook.
Did you run those registrations? Did you run that? Are they expired?
Why is he asking if they're expired? I thought he knew.
What's going on?
Hi there.
He refuses to present his driver's license, and he thinks I have no reason to stop him.
I don't think that's saying
driver's license. I'm Chief Herbert. Don't beg my pardon. You have to give him your driver's license.
What is going on here? Are you public servants? Are you public servants?
I'm the chief of police.
Are you a public servant?
You either give him your driver's license
or you a
or
public
come out of the
servant?
car.
All right. Are you a public servant? Are you a public
He's
servant?
asking
Are you a
you
public
a lawful
servant? Are you a public servant?
He's asking you a lawful order. You either follow the lawful order or you'll be removed from your vehicle. You understand?
Well, imagine that. The chief of police is coming out to a traffic stop situation. Damn, dude. They called the big chief in town over for your dumb ass. Also, I'm kind of missing some things. I'm traveling. I'm not driving. This is a road boat. This is not a car. You know, all that kind of sweet stuff. I mean, I know you're practicing, but hey, where did you download
Yeah, this
your
is my
Stockholm
personal
Citizen
conveyance.
script? Or did you run out of ink?
I'm not required to.
You are required by law to lawful order.
What is your authority?
I'm the chief of police. Don't pull this crap with me. You will be brought out of the vehicle if you do not follow lawful orders.
Very violent. You're being real violent.
I'm not being violent.
Yeah,
You're being disrespectful and not following the law.
Yeah, this man is just talking to you. That seemed very violent. Apparently raising your voice is now violence. I mean, that's a new one. Hi, and I'm sure everyone else is going to be rather disappointed if you do not use your soundbite of I do not consent.
Don't lock your door.
Is that an order? What authority do you have to give me?
I have authority. Don't pull this crap.
You do have authority.
The state of West Virginia.
Yeah? To do what? Serve the public? Or to harass me on the
Nobody's
side of the road?
harassing you. You were stopped by my officer lawfully.
I stopped to let him
also
around me.
I told you. Not legal.
What does that mean?
It means you're not legal.
What does that mean? Tell me what it means. I don't even know. I don't know who you are.
Your name, Michael Ray.
I don't know who you are.
Oh, careful now, mustache man. You're actually committing violence right now because you're raising your... How dumb are these dick flutes?
Extremely.
You know exactly who I am, the chief of police of Shinston. I told you. Let's see your driver's license.
Is that a requirement or an order for me?
Yeah, it's a requirement.
Am I being detained?
Yes, right now you are, yes.
Have I
And
committed
you're not
a
ready to be
crime?
arrested.
Have I committed
Right now, you're committing a crime. You're denying lawful order. So you're going to push your luck where you're going to go to jail instead of just giving him your information.
Yes, Your Honor.
If I give him my information, is he able to use it against me in court?
He's not going to use it against you in court. What he's doing is going to run it and make sure everything's valid. Is your driver's license not valid?
You're not answering my question.
I said, is your driver's license not valid?
If I provide any information...
What's going to be used against you in court is what you're doing right now is called obstructing. And I'm going to arrest you here in about 2 seconds. You do not comply with the law.
Please, Your Honor, arrest him.
Have I committed a crime?
Yes.
Right now, you're obstructing. You're obstructing an investigation what this traffic stop is. Laugh all you want.
What are you
Don't think I want
investigating?
to arrest you. It's the traffic stop is considered an investigation.
Why am I being detained?
I already told you multiple times, buddy. But yeah, what he is now investigating is a scientific experiment. That's what he's doing on how stupid you and your buddy can get.
You got 2 more seconds before you're arrested for obstruction.
Do it, Your Honor.
So give the driver's license or you're going to be arrested.
Do it.
Under
Do
what
it.
authority?
Do
Sir,
it.
get your hands out of my car.
Do
Get
it.
your hands out of
Do
my
it.
car.
Do it.
This is
Do
very
it.
illegal. Get your hands out of my car. Don't tase me.
Tase him.
I didn't do anything.
You're given a lawful order. Open the door.
Tase him.
Open the door. You are obstructing an investigation. Film all you want. It's on video already.
We have not done anything.
You were stopped on a lawful order. Now open your door.
A lawful order? What are you talking about?
Door now.
Is that an order?
Yes, it's an order. Open your door.
Call. So we got to call the
You're
police.
obstructing an investigation.
You have the chief of police
No,
there.
I didn't. No, you didn't. Did you just say you're gonna call the police? On the police? We just have reached new levels of dipshittery. How dare you? I want an apology, a formal apology, on behalf of the entire human race. You're dragging down our intelligence level.
What about the sheriff?
Reach in the bag.
We're not reaching in the
You're
bag.
not reaching anything.
He's getting a bottle.
Open your door.
Get that thing pointed away from my
No,
face.
Get out of the car.
This guy.
This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable.
Is that an order?
Yes, it is.
Under what authority?
Mine. Now get out of the car.
What authority?
Told you
are
you should
doing?
respect his authority.
You can see all of our hands.
These people can see. These people can see.
We're not doing anything wrong. We're not doing anything wrong.
You are doing everything
We're not
wrong.
Hey,
Get out of the car, man.
sir, get out of my car. Get out of my car.
Get out of the car.
This is breaking and entering.
No. Yay! He got tased.
You piece of shit. You piece of
Out of the car. On the car. Bobby.
You piece of shit. You fucking. Do you see this? Do you see this? This is. Hey, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing a thing.
Yes, you are. You're
I'm not doing a
encroaching.
thing. You were trying to grab him. I'm not doing it. You were trying to grab him. You see this? Breaking and entering. You're under. Hey.
Car now.
Hey, whoa. I'm coming. Out of the car. Hey, I'm coming.
No, you're not.
Behind your back now.
I'm not doing anything.
You put your hand behind your back. You're under arrest for obstructing and destruction of property.
Oh my God.
When they give you a lawful order, you follow it. You understand?
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think this sovereign citizen needs a little bit more practice on his routine.
A lot
Actually,
more.
He got exactly what he wanted, didn't he? This might be the best sovereign citizens we've ever seen.
Oh man. Tissues in there or something. We're not doing anything wrong.
Man, I'm an idiot.
Hey, help out, man.
Hey, man, I'm a moron,
My
man.
God, this guy is still going, and now he's asking bystanders to help him stop the police from arresting him. Yeah, that's gonna happen. These people are probably filming you because it's fun for YouTube.
We're doing nothing wrong. Please watch. Help, man.
Don't help, man.
You put me here. Ow! Ow!
Get up.
Fuck!
Here, help you.
Ow! Come on, man.
Come on, man, I'm an idiot, man.
Hey, man. My dog.
Oh, now that is a perfect song on the
Oh,
radio to
screw
come
you,
up.
man. No sympathy at all. You brought your dog to this stupid situation? You thought it was a good idea to have a dog present when you're during a dumb with the police Oh, for fuck's sake, he really pissed me off now. And still crying for sympathy, huh? And on that complete disregard for your dog.
Yes, I believe he did have a complete disregard for the dog there. I can't help that he's, a fucking moron. And definitely, Radical, thank you very much for your time. Hope you have a great Saturday night, and thanks for coming along for the ride. Now go get something for Radical. Alrighty, now the next thing is about a 4-minute clip. It does, however, come from something that is quite, used a lot, aka Judge Judy. So, it may get me a copyright strike. If it does, I'll have to tell it to mute out the audio. So for the next 4 minutes, you may hear a court case or you may hear dead silence, depending on the situation. Just in case you get dead silence, that's the reason why.
Fell for Alan Ramos and invited him to move in. She says it led to 2 broken ribs and 5 days in jail.
Basically, the relationship was platonic, and I was losing my property, and Mr. Ramos had said he was looking to get a place, and so we were thinking of rooming together. Turned out the relationship became intimate. He ended up moving into my property that I had not lost as of yet, and he had said he was going to contribute in paying equal portions and so forth, which is just something he never did. He told me he was divorced for 2 years. We became intimate. He told me a lot of other things. He wanted to grow old with me, that he loved me, that just everything a woman wants to hear. The next paycheck, he was going to help me take care of this bill or that bill because he ran up phone bills. He was there using the electricity and everything else. I was buying all the food, and of course, and I bought him clothes. And then his eldest son came and lived with us, and I wanted, of course, because I'm a mother of 2, divorced for over 11 years, and I know about children. I wanted to please his son. Told me, oh, don't worry, it'll in my next paycheck. And then he never had money. He would get paid and never have money. And then he would ask me if I would front him money because he had to pay his child support, or he owed his mom money, or he never had money because he had to pay his mom this, or it was always something. And I believed him. Then I lost my property, and then he decided, well, he wasn't going to get a place with me. So I rented, and I would like to show you, when I lost my property, I got something called cash for keys, and this is the paperwork. And
just tell me what that means, cash for keys.
Because they wanted me out of my property because I lost it in foreclosure. So they said, we'll give you $1,000 if you get out by such and such a date. So I said, okay, fine. We went into the new house in November 7th, and he stayed with me during that time, and during that time, his behavior started to change. In the beginning, he was Mr. Wonderful. We get into the new place, he signed the lease, and I have paperwork on that showing that he signed the lease, and it shows cash was put up, which I put up.
Your Honor, she's lying.
Excuse me. And he started threatening me that he could kick me out anytime because his name is on the lease. And I said, excuse me, I put up the money. He physically abused me. He pushed me. Excuse me. He pushed me. He got irate one night because his moods changed so much. I was trying to be affectionate with him. He shoved me against the wall and said, get away from me. And then he shoved me against the door, fractured my ribs. And I was just petrified, and I didn't report it or anything because I've never had anybody in my life abuse me before, and I didn't know what was going on. And then I was in bed. It was 4:30 in the morning. All of a sudden, police come into my room, dragged me out of bed, hog-tied me, and told me that Mr. Ramos said that I was physically abusing him. I had no idea what was going on. He stood there at the front door with a sweatshirt that he tore, and just standing there. They took me off to jail. I spent Thanksgiving in jail, could not be with my kids. I spent 5 days of my freedom because he's a liar.
She asked me to move in, and under the pretenses that she was having problems paying the bills. She didn't tell me her house was going under foreclosure until I was already in there. I was giving her money. I was giving her money every paycheck. I have to pay child support, so I couldn't give her my whole paycheck to pay, her bills. Well, I started finding out that she wasn't paying the bills. A couple of weeks went by, and she started drinking and getting violent. When I'd come home from work, she'd be drunk, and just get violent.
Ordinarily, since you both lived in the apartment during the house in the month of November, you would have to split the first month's rent, which is $550. So it would be $250. However, Mr. Ramos, she spent part of that time out of the house. She spent part of that time in jail. So, and you were living there with your son.
No, my son already had moved out of there.
And you were living there yourself. The judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $550. Listen to me, Miss Margulies. You got to choose your mates very carefully, right? Courts do not compensate for bad judgment. And you, sir, so your countersuit is dismissed, and you have a judgment, madam, $550. That's it.
Why is that?
Yeah, his counterclaim was incredibly stupid, hence why she really didn't take any time at all. If you're just hearing me come back now after dead silence, well, then we know that they will go ahead and flag these particular type of conversations, so we won't be doing them in the future. I'm actually going to go for 1 on this one. But do I want to go for 2 or 3 for the other? I'm thinking 3. So I'm going to leave that team there, and I'm going to put the top team on 3. Yeah. Stay away from Karth. Here. Alright. So after we're done with this fight, we will call part 2 to a close for the day. Of course, come back with us in the overnight. Art Bell is back with more. My spouse, wife, bride is an alien line with other open lines for the other phone lines on Midnight in the Desert, which we have always in the overnight section of our episodes. Alrighty, up 1-0. We should definitely lose this this round. Just grab a little ice water. There's the loss. And now for the decision. Currently 1-0. Five plays up now. 5 plays 4. 5 plays 3. 5 plays 1. And that's a winner. Alrighty. As always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to those goals of 5,000 views, so back to next year's pays attention, and 1,000 subscribers, so YouTube does. Once they do, they start sending us items. We send them to you. CoinBase and Ibotta, both below. Fill that out to get $10 from their items. And with Coinbase, you can follow CoinBase Earn. 2-minute lessons, 1-question quizzes, up to $100 free crypto. And through Ibotta, if you get it done quickly, you should still be able to get your free snacks for the big game. Of course, you get paid for everything you do, whether you're shopping at the grocery store or anything else through that Ibotta service. Till we do join each other again in part 3 for Midnight in the Desert with my wife or significant other is an alien. Please make sure that all your fights in Dominion are awesome, that you do like, share, and subscribe, and you be kind to one another, and come on back and continue to enjoy here from day one.